So I just want to make a quick video to help some of you guys have some of these Intex pools. If you're on well water and you fill it up with well water and it comes out looking like this, actually this is a little bit lighter. I just a few minutes ago put some chlorine in and it lightened it up, but just prior to that it looked like iced tea. It was just really kind of an amber rusty color, so the chlorine lightened it up, but still looks kind of uninviting. So what we've had these pools for a while, and we've learned, we've tried all kinds of things. We go to the pool store and buy chemicals to help the filter pick up the rust more, and we would just spend tons and tons of money and not really have very good results. So I did some lots of reading on different web pages, and something I've read about and tried that works really good for us is to put socks. I put 3 socks on the end of this return hose that's normally connected here, and I put a cap on the inside to keep the water from coming out. I take this hose and I've tucked it up underneath here, and you have to be careful that when you leave this unattended that it doesn't slip out and pump all your water onto the lawn. But what I do is I take these old socks, put them on the end of this, and I affix it here with I use a hair tie or a hair band. You could probably use a rubber band or something like that, and that just gives it it goes through the filter here, and the filter does pick up the rust. You'll see it gets all rusty looking, and you can hose it off, and all the rusty color comes off and it will turn white again, and you can reuse it. And but to help it go more quickly, I put and when we've used just the filter in the past, I mean, it seems like it goes for ages and doesn't really do enough to clear up the water as far as the iron that's in the water or whatever else might be in there. But these socks do an excellent job. I just put 3 of them on there, one on top of the other. Put a hairband on there and just let it run. And a few days it's cleared up. What you do, you have to let it run for a day, come back the next day, and then take the socks off and rinse them. You'll see they'll be all rusty colored. Rinse them, put them back on, and let it keep going. And after about 2 or 3 days, it's completely clear. So I'll see if I can demonstrate that for you. Okay, so here goes the first sock. Slide it on like this. Oh, it's kind of dirty. Oh well. Second sock. Slide it up all the way. Gotta be careful because that water pressure will blow the sock right back off. And the third sock, just like so. Now we're going to take the hairband, that should do it, and then we're going to slide it back off. Just like so. The weight of this will help keep it in the pool the way I have it. When you do yours, just make sure if you need to tie this on here so it won't fall out. If this falls out, all the water is gonna run out and empty your pool. But if you leave it like this, after a day, this will be full of the rust iron particles. So we'll come back tomorrow and we'll take a look and see how it looks. Okay, so here we are 24 hours later, and I'm not sure if the camera picks it up. I think maybe it does, but it is quite a bit clearer than it was yesterday. I think we have about 2 more days left on the procedure. Tomorrow it'll probably be quite clear, but it'll probably have a tinge left of the rust color in it, and we'll give it 1 more day. If you can see here, you see all that rust collected right there in the sock, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash it out. So I'm going to hand the camera over to my assistant here, and we're just going to carefully pull this off. And I say carefully because if you disturb this too much, this rust will release back into the pool. So we're just going to pull this off. You'll probably see some of it come off if I jostle it too much.
Oh, I see it, I see it, I see it.
Okay, so next we're going to move over to the hose. Just turning them inside out here because it comes off a little bit better. Look at the rust coming off on my hands. Okay, so here they are, all rinsed out. I mean, they're still pretty orange, but they're stained. And then we're gonna go put them back on the pool now. Okay, here we are back at the pool. Bring them back on. Okay, and here comes the hairband. Back on. Alright, so we'll come back here again this time tomorrow. Okay, so here we are again 24 hours later, and what I have found is my pump is not running. And what I think happened is we had a power flicker last night, and this pump has a GFI circuit on there, and I think it tripped that when the power went off and came back on, so it probably hasn't been running all night. So it's not it's just been sitting here and not doing anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this because it did run for several hours yesterday. clean that off. You can see it's probably not as bright in the rust color as it was yesterday. So we're going to clean that off and put it back on and turn it on, and we're going to check it again tomorrow. What I'll probably do is, I'm here in Florida, and the heat and the sun is really getting intense here, so it's burning off my chlorine that's in the pool, so I'm going to put another dose of chlorine in it, just to make sure we don't have any algae start growing in it. And we'll check back in again tomorrow. Probably not 24 hours tomorrow, because I have to go out of town this evening. I won't be back until tomorrow evening, but we'll check it tomorrow evening and we'll just see what it looks like. So we'll get with you at that point. Okay, here I am again, as I promised. Just got back in town after being away overnight. As I've come back, you can see the sock has fallen off, the 3 socks. But the iron still, it's still caught up in the sock, so we're good. You look at this pool. I mean, it apparently fell off because I know that our area here had some bad storms yesterday evening, and you can see all the pine needles that have blown into the pool here. So the wind and rain probably jostled everything around and knocked that sock off. But you can see the pool is crystal clear. You can see all the way down to the bottom, crystal clear. Yesterday, before I left, I put that chlorine in. It was looking a little cloudy, just a tad bit cloudy to me. Cloudy being, I'm guessing, like the formation of algae or what have you. I don't know all the chemistry that's going on in the pool. I just know that chlorine will stop that. So I put a little bit of that in there, but it was still just a bit off yellow, reddish, but it's all cleared up. And now all we did over the past 3 days, so this is the 3rd day, over the past 3 days, is we just put that sock on it. Also, what I have been doing that I didn't show in the video is I have also cleaned out the filter in here, which does pick up the rust also. So it was rusty, just like the socks were, and I rinsed it out, put it back in. But that's all we did. That and just some chlorine, just to make sure that the algae didn't grow and turn the pool green. So this will work. As you can see here, this is a fairly small pool. We've had bigger pools in the past, and the pumps that they sell with these things do not work for a large pool. You'll have to buy, if you get a large pool, you'll have to upgrade your pump. Otherwise, you'll just go mad trying to keep up with it. But, I take a dip in it every once in a while, mainly for the kids. And this is a good sized pool. That pump seems to do a good job on this pool. But this same process will work with a larger pool. You just have to give more days, allow for more days for the socks to pick up the iron that's in a larger pool. So, okay, just as I promised, I wanted to finish this up and let everybody see how I do this, and hopefully it can help somebody else. Take care.